Hey, I'm Karen Laws, the Ontario Dog Trainer, and I'm glad you're here. Remember, training time is all the time. Please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. One of the formulas for success that I teach with puppies, starting from the first day I meet them, is something called the Fullfilment formula. And what is the Fullfilment formula? Well, it's a sequence of work, rest, play activities all day long. People often ask, well, what is work? Well, believe it or not, walking is working. The exercise, what we've taught with the 3-6-9 drill, or follow the dog, or follow the leader, those are all work-related activities. Sitting and waiting at the door is work. Random come when called is still work, and waiting at mealtime is work. So that's one way to give your dog a job, and dogs need jobs. The rest component, there's a variety of ways for your dog to have a rest, and undisturbed rest is ideal after they've had a big work session, but this is another way to rest with your dog. It's called sit on the dog. I'm sitting on Duncan's leash. I've established a boundary here that gives him just enough slack to lay down and still be comfortable, and no one comes into our space. No one comes and pets him or talks to him. That's one form of rest. The most ideal form of rest for your dog to get recharged, rejuvenated, just like us. Puppies especially, need 18 hours of undisturbed rest per day. That only leaves you 6 hours to have a good time with them. But crate time is your best rest time. And play can be engagement with you, throwing a ball, not slapping their feet. That's not what play is, but throwing a ball, letting them go and sniff and going on sniff adventures together, letting them play with their stuffies or a chew toy independently, or engaging a little bit with other dogs. With puppies less than 16 weeks, I minimize their engagement with other dogs, and I give them no unsupervised time with other dogs. I'm present at all times, so I can time that so that they have a certain amount of play with the dog. But for Duncan especially, or puppies less than 16 weeks, while they're playing with another dog, I might practice calling and coming and touching the hand. So I'm incorporating work and play. Because once a dog like Duncan that's purpose bred to retrieve, once you start to build their drive or their purpose drive, then that becomes their play. Their work becomes their play. And work, or the play and the work that they're bred to do, also is its own reward, so you don't have to use as much food. But the Fullfilment formula, work, walking is working in its simplest form. Rest, crate rest is best, and play should be supervised, and at a minimum, no more than a couple of minutes, 5 minutes with another dog, but most of the time with you. But keep that balance every day. Divide your morning, work, rest, play, midday, work, rest, play, evening, work, rest. Hang out with you in the house can be just like this, sit on the dog, or not chewing on the furniture. But that's really how we define our day, how I structure the day with dogs, and pretty soon it becomes a habit. Oh, I gotta take the dog for a walk in the morning before I go to work. You're giving the dog a job, and then you go and do your job. Dog rests in his crate while you're at work. Doesn't have to be for, X number of hours, but he rests in his crate, and then you come home, you let him out in the yard, you might throw the ball for maybe 10 minutes, then you go in and change, get your other duds on, and away you go for your walk. Then you've had your extra work session at the end of the day. So the duration with puppy of this age, less than 16 weeks, your work duration should be 5 minutes. Rest should be for every hour that they're out of the crate, they should be in the crate for 2 hours. That's just a rule of thumb. Duncan, you can tell now, is tired and needs to go in his crate because he's chewing. When you have a puppy that's really well behaved, and all of a sudden they're not, they start biting, chewing, jumping, getting into things, that's their way to tell you, I need a nap. Put them in their crate, go and have coffee with your friends, and let them enjoy their undisturbed rest time. And then when they come home, you can get the stuffy out and let them have a stuffy and play, but you don't want them to play all day, you don't want them to be working all day, you want to have a balance. Divide your day into 3 segments: work, rest, play. And once the dog gets older, they'll work in the morning, then they'll rest all day while you're at work, then they'll come home. When you come home, they'll work again and then play together. That's the goal that you're striving to. But for puppies, we want to break it up into short increments. 5 minutes of work at one session is plenty. Then let them go and play for half an hour, even 20 minutes, and then let them rest in their crate, or if they're asleep on the ground, you might want to pick them up and put them away. But keep your work sessions short so the puppy loves it. Keep your play sessions short. Always quit when they want more. That's the value, that's the key to success between both work and play. You want to stop when they want more because they're thinking about it. When they're resting, they're thinking about it. Well, when am I going to get to do that again with the boss, or with mom, or with dad, or with the kids? Work, rest, play. That's the fulfillment formula. That's your secret for success. Balance throughout your day. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, follow us on social media, all platforms for more great training tips. Be sure to check out the next one.